All right, guys, how's it going? So, Arne Slot's press conference today. What did you think? We did do a live stream earlier. I mean, you can probably go and watch it back. Actually, you can. I didn't delete it. It will be archived on here. But I wouldn't waste your time, to be honest, because it wasn't overly exciting or anything, because the press conference itself, in my opinion, wasn't overly exciting. It was a bit meh. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not criticising Arne Slot, who, didn't say anything wrong. Richard Hughes, well polished, came across well, but it seemed very formal and just very business-like, and kind of served its purpose, if you like, in terms of, this is our obligations to the media, a couple of questions. But you know what, opening questions about Jurgen Klopp, there's too many questions about Jurgen Klopp. That's not Arne Slot's fault, but that's the fucking stupid media for you. I thought that, first of all, right, Arne Slot was, he came across well, but I don't think you've seen Arne Slot yet. So that press conference you see today and a press conference 3 months from now, I think will be totally different. Because at the moment, he's just fitting into the role. He's the new boy in town. He won't have that swagger about him. Not arrogance, but confidence. He's still there like, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, absolutely. Trying to say everything right. Lose a couple of games, get to know who's who in the media and stuff, and the stress is on. And, I think you'll see more from him. I don't think it's going to be all like cheesy smiles and stuff like that all the time. I don't. So that's one thing, I think. I thought that the mood set by Richard Hughes regarding transfers and things was a bit moot. It was just a bit, do you know what I mean? For example, one thing he said was, Arne and I have been in communication daily. First and foremost, we need to improve on the training pitch. With the window open, we will be opportunistic. Like, and I discussed this on the stream, and people say, no, what they mean is, they want to assess the squad, but they didn't say they want to assess the squad. He said we need to improve on the training pitch. So that means if you need to improve something, then something's not good. It needs to be better, right? He didn't say we need to, analyse the squad and then blah, blah, blah. We need to improve on the training pitch first and foremost. Why is he saying that? That's the sort of thing you hear when a manager's being sacked after a terrible run. You would agree with that, right? And I'm not looking for anything here, guys, for the sake of looking for it. But I just thought that was strange. And then to say with the window open, we will be opportunistic. I don't like the sound of that either. It don't know. I mean, he was saying about, basically don't expect anything in July, expect everything to happen in August, a late rush. Well, I think it was only yesterday I was saying that Liverpool are a well-organised club, to plan these targets and stuff, and, many windows ahead, not just the current window, they're looking at the windows after. So, all right, maybe they're starting from scratch, if you like, with a new structure. But I found it a little bit strange, I've got to be honest with you. And because of that, because you've got like Arne Slot there that's just smiling, nothing wrong with that, rather fucking look at someone smiling and being miserable. But he didn't look powerful yet. And then listening to Richard Hughes talk about being opportunistic. What? That means like grabbing a bargain here and there, doesn't it? Or whatnot, doesn't it? How do you read that? Look, if I'm wrong with it, if you say, nah, don't you read it, then fine. But surely you can understand why I would think like that. So today's press conference, if you like, was very FSG-like to me. And I hope I'm wrong. So just to be very clear here, Arne Slot didn't do anything wrong at the press conference, right? He came across well, presented himself well. The journalists are fucking just the usual thick bunch that they are. And Richard Hughes What else can he say? You know what I mean? Like, but just the message, first and foremost, we need to improve what we're seeing on the pitch. And we need to be opportunistic. I find it a very flat press conference, guys. I've got to be honest with you. Now, what people will say now, because they want to think I'm thick as two short planks, is they're going to say, well, it's because you're used to Jurgen Klopp. No, it ain't. I ain't a Jurgen Klopp fanboy at all. At all. The minute Jurgen Klopp left the club, that was it. I don't want to hear about Jurgen Klopp. I want to follow him, and I hope he comes back into football. I follow his Instagram and stuff like that. And I love to see the man enjoying, watching Germany and things. But, what's going to happen? Another press conference, we lose the game, and they're going to go, well, when Jurgen experienced this, and what he did, shut the fuck up, leave him alone. Do you know what I mean? Let him get on. I'm not interested in Jurgen Klopp anymore. And I'm not basing my opinion on today's press conference because Jurgen Klopp was, doing fucking this on the pitch after a game in front of the Kop. That's not what it is. Some managers are quiet, some managers are loud. Compare, Rafa, as Tom Hicks would say, Rafa, right? Compare, Rafa with his little notepad and that, like fucking, 90th minute winner goes in against Manchester United like that. Yeah, right, next one, cool. Right? Versus Jurgen running around like a fucking mentalist. So we know people can be different, and we're not talking about, we haven't seen Arne Slot at the side of the pitch or his reactions and that. But all I can say is I look back to previous press conferences. I have no option but to mention Jurgen Klopp because that was the last time we saw one. And I left that press conference thinking, fuck me, bring it on. And I did, I knew who Jurgen Klopp was, but I didn't know he was going to turn out. We're judging Jurgen Klopp now on hindsight, like what we know now, everything on experience, sorry. We didn't know that at the time. It could have bombed. But we left that press conference feeling upbeat and excited. So today's press conference, to me, had Brendan Rodgers vibes. I remember watching Brendan Rodgers' press conference. Go and watch it yourself. It's still on YouTube. And just watching it and going, all right then, whatever. Yeah. The difference, I would say, is that I wasn't enthusiastic about Brendan Rodgers, but I am Arne Slot. So what I don't want you to do is to get confused with my message here. I'm not saying, oh, Arne Slot's a right boring, but you know what I mean? I'm not saying that because Arne Slot was good. He was like, he's talking and blah, blah, blah. He didn't really have great questions, in fairness to the man. And like I say, Richard Hughes was just doing the job, but there was none of that like, we're Liverpool Football Club, we're always in the market, we're always looking for the best talent. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what I want to hear if it's not fucking true. So, transfers, ambition. Oh, well, sorry, I got notification. Well, we're going to, first and foremost, we need to improve things on the training pitch. We need to make Endo into a world beater, and then we don't need to spend any money, you see. But you will be, investing heavily in the transfer market. You're looking for a gem, gets, star player and that. Well, we'll be opportunistic. Don't like it, guys. Don't fucking like it. Anyway, Arne Slot, like I say, I think his press conferences, I think he will take control in future. Don't forget he's sat next to one of his bosses, isn't he? You know what I mean? So I think you will see a more like, I think at the minute Arne Slot's coming across as just like that. Richard, yes. Richard says that he wants to keep the best players here. He doesn't want us to do, Richard. Do you know what I mean? He's coming across like that, right? But I don't think he's really like that. You know what I mean? He has got something about him. So when he's the main man and he's on his own and he's got a bit of confidence and he's got a bit of fucking swagger, I think you'll see a different Arne Slot. But those that are thinking like, oh yeah, we're seeing an head coach coming in just to like nod to his sporting director, I think you're seeing that today. So, but I'm not knocking him, so don't caps lock me to death for fuck's sake. Let me know what you thought. If I'm completely wrong, fine. People were in the chat saying, no, I think it was an okay press conference. It was fine. It was an okay press conference. All they did, what I'm saying is, yeah, the press conference was right. They all said, all right, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Oh, here's Arne, a nice one. I'm happy to be here. It was a formality. But you can't tell me you left that press conference going, okay, bring it on. Because I don't feel like that. But that's not a criticism of Arne Slot, all right? So please, this is very important, right? First of all, if you appreciate the video, thumbs up the video, all right? If you want to buy me a beer or a coffee, hit the super thanks button. The love out under the video. But the most important thing on this video is to leave me a comment. Does anyone have the similar vibes to me? The cautionary vibes that were coming. I didn't see anyone going, this is Liverpool Football Club, you know what I mean? Like, we're going to be out there on that training pitch and we are going to be competing for titles. That's what we're about. That's what this club, this great history of this club is about. I didn't see that come from anyone. All I got was, well, we need to improve what we've got, really. And we'll be opportunistic. Let me know what you think, guys.